Institute of Technology to these efforts. Thai-G Institute of Technology, together with Seoul Hong Kong Institute of Technology, donate money to buy some food and goods to the flood victims. Our institute gets into the flood area to help the flood victims. People from faculties and clubs are gathered together as a volunteer. We coordinate with the government service and military to survey the effect of the crisis to the victims, so they will get a proper support. The water level is high and it's blocked all the transport system. So car, buses, motorcycle, every vehicle that we use in the daily life cannot be used anymore. So we have to use military vehicles and boats to get into the flood areas. For the military and boats to get into the area to give the victims some food and essential things for living. The things that we give to the victims are from students, teachers, and staff, and some of them were brought from the donate money. Most of the victims that get our help are living far from the main street. There was no help enough there. Next, I will talk about the flood at my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house in Asia. But I will talk about my house first. My house is in Dindang. Dindang is a part of Bangkok. At Dindang, there is no flood there. I feel lucky, I think. Unfortunately, my grandmother's house isn't lucky like mine. And see, this is my grandmother's house. My grandmother's house is in the countryside of Ayutthaya. It is a Thai house with a space under the house. The space height is about 3 meters. And there is a small river in front of them. Small river in front of the house. When the flood comes, all places in this area have a very big trouble. The flood is very high. I will tell you how high it is later. And it's extremely strong. It's destroyed everything. Such as my uncle's car, my grandmother's house, rices, and definitely everything in the house. At that time, people in this area, including me, have to use a boat to help the victims as much as we can. Because this area is far from the street. That makes the helping cannot reach us. So we are waiting for a little boat. After the Ayutthaya flood news was broadcast, we get more food, beverage, drugs, everything is more comfortable. Thank you all for the help. After the flood goes, it left some stain that made me can estimate how high the flood is. This is what I said. As I said at first, the span under the house is at about 3 meters, but the stain is higher than that. The flood level is higher than 3 meters. I think it's 3.5 meters. Yeah, the water level. Next, my friend Ms. Ratana Pathusu will tell you more about floods.
Okay, then let's move on to the topic of knowing more about flood. Have a look on how the flood happens and how people react with it. If you take a look around during the flood crisis, you can see that there are many types of people. Some are news maniacs who have to know the latest situations. They watch news about floods all days. But sometimes news doesn't give us the information we want. When the television is not enough, they move on to the internet, only to get bombarded by huge amounts of information that the internet has to offer. Some pour food and supply, use the elevated expressway as parking space, buy a boat, and panic over a very little piece of information. But some are unusually calm as if nothing has happened. All of this is because no one knows for sure what will happen. First of all, we need to know why last year's flood is more severe than those in the past. Where does all the water come from? The water are all rainwater which normally occur every year. Thailand geographically are sloped. Water from the north flows southward to the south to the Gulf of Thailand. In the past, the water was absorbed and released by outburst forests, which act as natural dams and water gates. As time goes by, people want to control the flow of the water. We build dams to hold and release water whenever we like. Forests were slowly destroyed and replaced by factories, houses, and other industrial developments. The controls over the flows of water changed hands from human nature to man's. And eventually, when there's a control, there are also the possibilities of losing controls. The amount of rainfalls in 2011 was basically the same as the past years. But since we experienced huge amounts of rainwater in September, as you can see in the graph. As you can see in the graph, the amount of rainwater is more than usual. All of these factors leads up to the situation that we have 100 billion cubic meters of water on land. That's equal to the weight of 50 million blue whales. People's lives were disturbed by these whales. Some whales slipped into people's houses and drove the owner up to the roof. Some whales stay on roads and obstructing traffic. The aim is to get those whales back to the sea as fast as possible. Currently, there are 3 ways to bring those whales back to the seas. There are Tajin River, Chao Phraya River, and Bangprabong River. These 3 ways have the capacity of bringing only 1 million whales back to the sea each day. That means we will need 50 days to bring all the whales to the seas. If we cannot expect any certain remedies, all we can do is just stay calm and prepare ourselves for the coming situation so that we won't be affected so badly.
And now we know how the flood happened, but what should we do to prepare for the flood disaster? In time of uncertainty, should our houses be submerged in rising flood? What we can certainly do is to make sure that our houses are readily protected from flood water, so we can take care of ourselves and come out of the situation unharmed. Don't jump to the idea that getting prepared to the flood is anything complicated. Just get yourself together and follow these 3 simple steps. First, check around the house. Check the current flood situation in your neighborhood. Constantly monitor the general flood situation so you can assess the flood risks with the up-to-date and adequate information. Investigate the nearby roads to avoid the flood-affected area when you need to leave the house. And the one thing is to have information of the flood relief centers or shelters nearby. How to get there, what their phone numbers are. This information can be very useful in the time of emergency. 2. Manage your property and belongings. You may start with preventing flood water from entering to your house, and then to manage the belongings. You can prevent the water entering by first to make sure to shut all doors or windows on similar that located at water level or lower. You should also check around the house where there are the cracks, hinges, gaps, including the television, telephone cable, including switch outlets, should be properly sealed with silicone. Don't think that the water only comes from the above ground. It can also erupt from the underground through the drains and pipe system under the sinks, toilet bowls, and bottles. Your gutter line is also at leaks or from the water pushed through the surface. It's not only the water that you need to protect your house from. There are poisonous insects and dangerous animals that may come with flood. So be sure that keep an eye on any space that this creature may enter or inhabit. Once you finish floodproofing your house, you can start to manage your belongings. For the pet owners, relocate your pets to the safe area as soon as possible. This is to prevent any possible infections and also relieve the burdens of taking care of them. For small movable valuables and belongings, move them to higher ground, especially the important documents. Seal them with the waterproof materials and keep them together in the same place. For the larger items, such as refrigerator, washing machine, that is too difficult to move, you should make necessary protection. Most importantly, you must turn off the gas and electricity. Otherwise, any mishap could be fatal. If your house has a separate breaker for the ground floor and high floors, you can only turn off the breaker for the ground floor. For the car owners, if possible, you should find the safe parking set up on a higher ground. If not, you should find another way to cover your lower part of your car in order to protect your engine room. 3. Live with flood. For your peace of mind while facing crisis, you should prepare your things, but do so with moderation. Too much stuff could be more burden than before. Before preparing the stuff, you should take care of your family members first, especially child, sick, and elderly people. Evacuate them to the safe area. When everyone is ready, you can start to preparing your survival kits, reasonably from the numbers of your family members. To survive the flood, you need clean water to stay clear from the shortage of drinking water. Get your own water filter and prepare the bottles and containers to fill up the water. Cleaning products such as dishwashing liquid can also come in handy. Non-perishable and food supplies will help us to survive longer in the crisis. You should have an instant food that's ready to eat and not requiring any cooking. For frozen food, it is difficult to prepare if there is no electricity. Can water and portable gas stove can become very handy during the emergency. For the night, keep them in a secure place. Make sure that you have a garbage bag too. Have your stuff ready for living with no electricity, such as flashlight, battery, or candles. You should prepare the medicines and supplies, both common medicines and specific medication for any congenital disease. Ointment for insect bites, including mosquito repellent, are also necessary. Flooding area will be infection by mosquito. Should prepare for the excretion issue by learning how to set up the temporary toilet. Communication devices in place such as extra mobile phone battery, radio receiver, or necessary equipment for the emergency rescue, such as life jacket and whistle. Although there seem to be a million things to think about, just think it as simple as your daily concerns. Just keep calm and follow above 3 simple steps. First, shape out your house, manage your property and belongings, and live with flood. It's not too difficult to tackle the flood. Thank you for your attention.